Hey y'all, welcome back to Bolton Brass. I'm Remy. Today we're doing just me talking, and it's going to be a short video. I wanted to go over the difference between training and practice because I think people confuse the two. I think people think that I'm going to go do some training versus I'm just going to go to the range and practice, or I'm going to practice, dry fire style, things you already know. Training is learning new techniques or having somebody improve techniques you already know, where you're fine tuning. It is, hey, if you turn your hand this way or that way, or put your thumbs this way, not just repetition of the same thing you already knew. It is how you expand your abilities. Practice is how you fine tune what you've got. It is ingrain it into your muscles and into your pathways. It is teaching yourself over and over and over something you've already learned but haven't mastered. It is critical to practice what you are trained. However, it is very difficult to train yourself in a new technique. It's possible. You can do it. It is much easier to have a second person showing you something and correcting your form and running you through it a couple times at least. And then you go practice. And then you come back and you go, what am I messing up? What did I not ingrain properly? And they make little corrections and you go back and you practice with those corrections. This is what a coach is for. This is what they do. Good coaches will give you instruction until they feel like you've got most of it down. You are able to do the process correctly, so they think you've got it. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to have it 5 minutes from now. That just means that as they've explained it, as they've walked you through it, they've corrected what you're doing it properly right then. And then they're going to say, go practice this. And that could be for 5 minutes even. It's just long enough for you to build some repetition and for your muscle memory of exactly what they wanted you to do to slip. And then they come back and they go, no, put your elbow here. Put your hand just like this. You're dropping this shoulder, or you're whatever it is. And then you go practice some more. And you can do this on a very short cycle basis or a very long cycle basis. But at least initially when you're learning a skill, it really needs to be very short cycles. You do something, they correct it. You do it properly a few times, they go, yeah, good. And you say, okay, I was doing it right. Let me do it some more. And then you start to slip up. You start to not do things exactly the way they want you to. And they correct you. And you do that 5 or 6 times. And then it's a little more ingrained than if they did it once. And then you go, you practice, you do it on your own. And you come back a couple days or a week later and a little more. And this is how you build true mastery. It's not about one time. It's not about watching a YouTube video. These are ways you can learn a new technique, but you're really not getting training. Training requires feedback. It requires this back and forth of them seeing what you're doing and correcting it because they can adjust for you. Watching somebody else on video do something is a good way to say, that looks interesting. I want to learn how to do that. And you can try to teach yourself. But it's going to be very trial and error, and you're going to have holes in your technique. So get some training, take care, stay safe, keep shooting, don't panic. Say hi. Oof. Oof. Oof.